Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket or you're just happy to see me?
Hello, everybody. I am going to be by myself for about 15 minutes, so I want you to time this, folks, because my co-host, My Nerdy Home, claimed on the Full Aussie that she would be home by the time the stream started. She's still driving. She says she's almost home. She said 15 minutes. So 15 minutes from now, roughly, is when she should be jumping in. Or close to it. So y'all set your timers and y'all harass her if she's not joined me by then. So I'm going to do my best to at least start this show as best as possible by myself, and then we'll go from there. Pretty much. That's again, you're going to just see me for a while. I'm going to go into the first article. So we're going to talk about basically ScarJo. She gave an interview along with Florence Pugh. I have no idea how the fuck to pronounce that actress's name. I never heard of that actress until Black Widow. Never even heard of her. Never saw. I don't remember seeing anything she was in. They gave an interview with, I believe, Glamour magazine, and we're going to go into those two articles from Bounty into Comics and their articles from that interview. Because one article talks about Scarlett Johansson in particular, talking about how women are underappreciated, undermined, underserved, and underpaid. It's always underpaid. Equal pay, roughly, and like that's... We'll go into details there. And then another one where she says it's high time we talk about gendered superheroes. So we'll be going into those two articles. And then a couple CBR articles talking about Taskmaster, and that's the reason why I put spoilers in the title, because a lot of spoilers, I have not seen the movie, but a lot of spoilers will be centered around the big quote-unquote reveal or twist or whatever of Taskmaster in this movie. So if you don't want to know anything, leave now or forever hold your peace. If you don't care, we're going to be talking more in depth in a way about that, and then we'll see where the time takes us. There might be some more time to talk about another article I saw in Bounty into Comics today about how Heather Antos, and anybody who knows who she is knows that she is not exactly she's not exactly beloved in the comic industry, and she took a jab at Dean Cain on his thoughts regarding the new Captain America issue, where Captain America is now feeling very un-American. He's lost his ideal, so to speak. So if we have time, we'll go into that, but primarily the focus is going to be talking about ScarJo and Taskmaster. So without further ado, I'm going to say hello to the chat, and then we'll get into this. Like I said, start timing Steph. She said 15 minutes, and we'll see where she is. Now, this is the first comment I can see because there was a glitch with StreamYard. Fuck StreamYard. I've had problems with you for a long time recently. Because there's Octonoozle had the first comment. He said, hello, Noozle. So I know I saw your comment. And Orange Hat Review says, I might be late getting in the chat. My stream may possibly run over. Yes, he did a versus stream of ScarJo's Black Widow versus Lazy Lennon's Black Widow, because the actual Braun XXX parody was released yesterday. Same date as the Marvel Black Widow. So it's interesting to see who won that one. Ox70, it's Taskmaster. Her ultimate finishing move for defeating opponents is asking to speak to the manager. Yes, pretty much. Ms. Martin uses hello. Good evening. Hope you enjoy watching the Euro finals tomorrow. I know Steve is rooting for England and you're rooting for Italy. So that'll make for an interesting D&D session post the Euro final. So we'll see how that goes. Black Samurai, oh my fucking god, yes. I think pretty much people are hearing by now who Taskmaster is in the Black Widow movie. Dread Saber Phil, I watched The Lost City of Z. It's a great movie, and maybe Steph is right about Robert Pattinson. He is absorbed in his role. Yes, both Steph and I have said that people need to let Robert Pattinson kind of remove that proverbial albatross around his neck, because whenever the announcement came that he was going to star as Batman in the Matt Reeves' The Batman, people automatically gravitated to his role as Edward in the Twilight movies, like basically sparkly Batman, and like you name it, the nicknames started popping up. And both Steph and I pointed out that like, he has had roles post those movies. He's bagged on those movies. He basically did those movies because he knew he could earn a nice hefty sum, not just from the paycheck he would receive from the movie, but the revenues from like toy sales, book sales, things like that would be in his contract. So he basically could bank a nice chunk of money, which he did, and then use that to bide his time and actually pick roles that he could actually demonstrate his talent with. He gravitated more towards independent roles. So people, I'm not saying people need to exactly love every one of his performances, but people need to at least stop judging him before the movie and maybe like watch one or two of those performances to see, hey, he's actually a good actor. He's actually decent. Maybe he could be a good Batman. Maybe he'll suck. I don't know. The movie's not going to come out until like next year because it got pushed back again. So I don't know. I mean, I'm only going off of maybe cautious optimism at this point, but I'm willing to give him a chance. Hey, Mara and Steph. Yes, she should be here shortly, hopefully. Soul Assassin, good evening to you. And the chat jumped on me. Let me scroll back up. There he goes. Ian Levinson, hello, good evening. She says 15 minutes, and I would not be surprised if it's actually 2 hours. She said on your show, Lethal, that she would be back in time. You asked her, and she said yes. So there's that. I'm not there, so I can't say anything. You're yelling at cricket and you need to make breakfast. You need to teach me like about cricket, because the only thing I know about cricket is what Casey Jones using a cricket bat in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, and what Raphael said about that sport. Jimmy the Cast, hiya chat, good evening to you. Sydney Prescott is greater than Black Widow. Well, maybe I'll give you that. Hey, what's up, everyone? Hope your day was great. Hello, lovely Mara and Steph. Steph, you are late. Yeah, don't worry, still like you, pretty much. I'm not reading that comment again. You keep saying that, Lethal. Open airlock policy. We got a runner. Yes. Good evening to you, open airlock. Hope. And you're the Fall of Night is on tonight, right? In about a couple hours. Ever watch High School DxD? No. I need to add that to the list because there's a lot of stuff I haven't had a chance to watch. Alex from Oxenfree, hey yo, good evening to you. Let's see. We live in a society where Zack Snyder's Justice League is less controversial than an MCU movie. Isn't that right? Batman. Yes, pretty much. Hey, Andrew. Good evening to you. Hope you're having well, it's daytime for you, so I'm hoping you're at least having a good start of your day. Hello, Phil. Hey, Mara, looking great. Thank you so much. Riven Dark, hello there. Good evening to you. And yes, the timers are set. Alex McCarthy, howdy, Mara. How's it going? I bought Black Widow because happy wife, happy life. Surprisingly, I liked it. Well, I mean, if you enjoyed it, more power to you. I'm seeing a bit more on the negative side than on the positive side, but opinion is subjective. So if you enjoyed the movie, like I said, hey, more power to you. I'm not going to judge. I mean, I subjectively love movies that I know that people would probably very likely make fun of me for. So, hey, Raging Rhino, hopefully that you make it to the Fall of Night. You said you would. I'm also going to time you there. Grand Admiral Adam, greetings, programs. Good evening to you as well. She is still driving home. She's still driving home. About 5 minutes would be the 15-minute mark when she said that she'd be getting home. So there it is. Let's see. Orange Eye Reviews is back in the chat. Good evening to you. Trey Courtney, open airlock policy. Granted. Shock Skywalker's Jedi Academy. Hi, Mara. Cricket. Nobody understands cricket. You got to know what a crumpet is to understand cricket. Yes, that is the line I'm talking about. That's like pretty much the extent of my cricket knowledge, what Raphael says, and then what the fact that Casey Jones uses a cricket bat on Raphael. So there it is. Sam McCabe, hey everyone, hope you're all well. And Nick McCabe, hey there everyone, good to see you. Good to see both of you in the chat. Brian King said had tacos for dinner, and Steph is probably the bigger of us two of like taco fan. I enjoy them, but my culinary preferences are Italian and like Asian, which would be like Chinese / Japanese / maybe Thai. So we'll go from that's about where I gravitate. Let's see. Sir Cummingsworth the Third. Yes, good evening to you as well. Blaise St. Clair, 6 runs. Gotta teach me that. You gotta teach me that. I don't know. Oh, she was in that movie. I know I've seen that movie. Fuck. Okay, I gotta go back and like look her up to see like what role she played in that movie. I know I've seen that movie. I know I enjoyed that movie. I know what that movie's about. But I only saw it maybe like once or twice, so I got to go back and see what role she played. Chinese food for the win. Yes. Tim F. Lovely Mara. Thank you so much. Jumped to me in. Cue Ball. Hail. Good evening to you. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I'd have to think about basically all the movies that I subjectively enjoy. I will get back to you. Maybe on another stream. I'll do that. Hail chat. Hey Damaj and I. Good evening to you. Sogi01. Lots of books. Yes. Reading books and school books. Basically stacked up there. That's why I gotta kind of like straighten my shelves back up so I can move some of that shit back over there. Ian, Florence Pugh was the best part of Black Widow, and that's probably not what Marvel intended. Probably, well, maybe not. Maybe not because of, as far as the bigger of the two draws, it should be ScarJo, but they are setting up Florence Pugh to take over, so. Okay, she played Paige. Okay. I gotta go back and watch that movie. Okay. Lord of the Rings lore. We'll see. Most of the lore is up here and over there. So I'll keep those on the shelves pretty much. Godzilla 98 for me. Yeah. For Trey. Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, like, okay, here. See that poster right there where I'm pointing? Buckaroo Banzai, Across the Eighth Dimension. Probably a C movie in terms of quality. Maybe B. Cult classic. Probably would make fun of it. I love that movie. I also love some of the sequels to Phantasm, and they fucking suck. But subjectively, I love them. So there's that. At least some examples there. I did not see it. I basically got it all spoiled for me. So, but I can, like I said, I'll go into spoilers there. It was either spend money at my theater, which I normally would have done because I like to support my local theater, especially post 2020. But I wasn't feeling well today, so I didn't go out. And then the only other option was to pay $30 on Disney Plus to watch the movie, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm not spending that money. So there it is. Yeah, I read that. Cue Ball says, all right, Blake, I have more posters I will put up. I will do that so your OCD is not triggered. Okay? A controversial opinion. I like Suicide Squad. I can watch it over and over. The movie's objectively bad, but I enjoy it. Yes. Of the two, Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey, because I did go see Birds of Prey to talk about it on a live stream when it came out. I can watch Suicide Squad sooner again than I saw Birds of Prey like once, and like once was like enough. Roger H was the super sticker. I can only assume it's the Mark the Cyborg thumbs up. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I haven't had too much Vietnamese food. There's like maybe one restaurant, but it's not easy to get to. I love Disney's Three Musketeers. I actually like that I don't think would get people to make fun of you. I'm pretty sure you're talking about the Kiefer Sutherland, Charlie Sheen, Oliver Platt one with Chris O'Donnell. I'm assuming you're talking about that. I think it's a decent movie. Better probably than Man in the Iron Mask in some ways. But there's that. You like the first AVP film? It could have been better. Yes. I liked Predators. Subjectively, I liked Predators. Objectively, it is better than The Predator that came out, but it's also objectively worse than Predator 1 and 2. But I enjoy it. Let's see. Steve Kenobi. Hey there, Mara. How are you today? I'm doing better. Was fighting a headache during today, which is why I didn't stream on Twitch today, and which is why I'm going to do it tomorrow instead. So, yeah, why pay $30 when it'll be free in a month or two? Exactly. And that's like probably in a month or two, I will watch it when it is free on Disney Plus because I got that Disney Plus through Verizon. Maybe. Yeah, he's spurging out over movie posters. Venom is a bad movie, but yeah. So, I need some wife. I do. I want to get Revy. I want to get Revy. I want to get who else? Maybe it. I don't know. We'll see. I know definitely Revy. And I've been watching Fate Zero, so maybe Saber. But we'll see. Go from there. Let's see. Making sure. Sam enjoyed Halle Berry's Catwoman. Let's see. Like Predator 2. Like the first 3/4 of Black Widow. The last was just Marvel guff, pretty much. Let's see. Lethal Lightning for $2 Australian. Asks if she brought back some anime bitches. Maybe you can ask her when she finally joins. And it's been more than 15 minutes. It was free through Verizon. That's probably the reason why. So, Mystic Red Knight. Watched it free today through my Xbox. Okay. Well, hopefully you enjoyed it, I guess. It's a trap. Hey, Mara. Hey, it's a trap. Good. You hit over 1,000 subscribers. I saw your post on Instagram. I'm barely on Instagram. So forgive me if I didn't congratulate you until now, but I didn't see it until today. That's another one. Yes, Van Helsing. It is basically a subpar film for the most part, but subjectively, I love it. I love Hugh Jackman as Van Helsing, and I love the dynamic he has with David Wenham. I like that subjectively. And even Frankenstein's monster and the Wolfman and Dracula and his brides and everything like that. So, and also League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, crap movie. Subjectively, I enjoy it. I don't like what they do to the literary characters that they have in there, but I enjoy it. Okay. Awesome. Yes, we got to get you to 2K. So there it is. Okay, I think it says hello to everyone. So let's get into the first article. Like I said, it's been more than 15 minutes. So I gotta. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe she is. But let me share my screen. All right. Here it is, folks. Black Widow star Scarlett Johansson claims women are undermined, underserved, underappreciated, and underpaid. Undermined, underserved, underappreciated, and underpaid. The only to play devil's advocate, the only defense I can see, at least to this, is that her movie should have come out close to at least not long after Iron Man 2, when she was first introduced. That's when she should have at least started, or at least like the earliest her solo movie should have been. At the very latest, it should have been between Infinity War and Endgame, because now you have this prequel movie that hardly anyone cares about, because we know her outcome in Endgame. Now, I know MCU stands are going to be like, well, different timelines were opened up in Endgame when Loki disappeared with the when he disappeared with the Tesseract and all that basically physics bullshits. But that's not going to change what happened to her necessarily. And I know I wouldn't put it past Marvel to not retcon it, but like do it in a way kind of like with the comics where it's like the no character's really truly dead. But I mean, is it going to be the same character? Is it going to have the same appeal? Chances are no. And Damaj and I, you're naming all of my guilty pleasures. Well, there it is. A bunch of guilty pleasures. TD says, fuck ScarJo. ScarJo, I put it politely, go fuck yourself. Steph is, oh my god, fucking up a pimp in the parking lot right now with her nunchucks. Yeah. Speaking of Van Helsing, look up an anime called Helsing Ultimate. Some of the best damn anime you'll ever watch. Okay, I gotta add that one to the list as well. So, yeah, no danger to the main character because we already know how she dies. Yes, there's really no, there's no apprehension. There's no fear for her outcome because you know she's going to survive this movie. She has to because it takes place. I mean, I'm not sure how long before any of these events take place, but why should we care? They don't give us any reason really to care. But if they wanted us to care, as I think Greg, aka Lost Jedi, pointed out in a live stream, as like Ryan pointed out on talking about this, that have it set in Budapest with Hawkeye. Have it set there because they bring that up in, was it Avengers? And like Hawkeye says, you and I are remembering Budapest very differently. I mean, I'm not even really that big of a Marvel fan, but I'd like to see like why, like what their adventure was, like how it affected their friendship and everything like that. That's what they could have done. Hey, Richard, good evening. But they didn't do that. Apparently, they have this movie taking place in Budapest, but no Hawkeye until the post-credit scene connects it to the fucking Hawkeye show on Disney Plus. So basically, you kind of have to watch this movie, at least the post-credit scene, to see how it connects to the Hawkeye show and how it might impact that plot. So it's like basically right now, Marvel is using these Disney Plus shows, forcing you to have to watch them to understand the movies, and then vice versa, having to watch the movies to understand the Disney Plus shows. Not everyone has either the time or the energy to really invest that much. But they're doing that. But anyway, maybe also, I'm saying, like, at the very earliest, shortly after Iron Man 2, and at the very latest, between Infinity War and Endgame. And then, somewhere in between those 2 points, her movie should have happened. But she didn't get her solo film until now. But anyway, let's go into this article so we can cringe at what ScarJo has to say. So here it is. Black Widow star and the highest paid actress in the world for the past 2 years, Scarlett Johansson recently claimed women are, quote, undermined, underserved, underappreciated, and underpaid. Johansson's comments came in an interview alongside her jumped on me. I love and hate bounding into comics. Do you need those many fucking ads to pop up every now and then? No, you don't really need them to do that. Come alongside an interview with her Black Widow co-star Florence Pugh while speaking with Glamour magazine. The duo were asked by Glamour's Josh Smith how they have been their own allies in their own lives. How much do you want to fucking bet that Josh Smith is a feminist ally? How much do you want to fucking bet? Because who in their right mind, man or woman, would ask a question like this? Like, describe how they've been their own allies. That is one of the dumbest fucking questions I've ever seen. And I've seen some pretty dumb ones reading CB articles, which we'll get into talking about Taskmaster. Pugh answered first saying, in my own life? No, in someone else's life, you idiots. When have I been my own ally? That's a big question. I don't know. Isn't that sad? That question is sad. You got first, Scarlett. I need to do some deep thinking. The whole fucking question is sad. If I got that question in an interview, I'd be like, what does that even fucking mean? What does that even fucking mean? My own ally? Unless I have, like, dissociative identity disorder, which used to be called split personality disorder, that would make sense, because then I would have my own fucking allies. Yes. Apparently because of what he said about ScarJo. Yes. I saw that. Johansson then provided her answer. As a woman, you have to be your own ally all the time because we are undermined, underserved, and underappreciated, and underpaid. You have to be your own ally. Okay, I'm trying to interpret this here. I would just say, yes, I support myself. The question itself is, like, so oddly worded. They'd be like, what do you mean? Do you mean, like, you know, have I had to fight my own battles? My own fucking battles? Yes, I've had to fight my own fucking battles. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm my own ally. It just means I've had to do things by myself. And sometimes not every time will you have someone in your corner. That's it. But that doesn't mean I'm my own fucking ally. This is basically gender studies speak 101. This is feminist theory speak 101. Right here. My own ally. My mom instilled that in me from when I was really, really young because, of course, she'd experienced it even more severely than I did. She continued. Johansson then added, equal pay is a huge part of that fight. One of the highest paid actresses for the past 2 years is worried about equal pay. Worried about equal pay. I'm sorry, ScarJo, you're no Robert Downey Jr. You're no Orson Welles. I'm sorry. You're a name, but you're not that big of a fucking name. Johansson then that, yeah. Even when I was a teenager in the industry, or a young woman, I should say, my mom would have those conversations like, why is she not getting paid the same? And she fucking answers it right here, but she couches it in terms of, like, how it's sexist. She went on to claim it never had anything to do, grammar, do with fucking what? There was always these little key terms like bankability and box office draw, which is exactly how Hollywood works. It is exactly how Hollywood works. If you are a bigger name than another person, you're going to have more bankability because at the end of the day, Hollywood is a business. It's literally fucking called the entertainment industry. It's literally called the entertainment industry, meaning it's a business, meaning that whatever they invest in their product, which are the actors and actresses for the movies, they're going to look at each one whenever they're promoting a movie and going, which one is going to give us the biggest return on our investment? Which one? That's where they're going to focus on because they want to make their own fucking money back. That's how it works. That's how any business works. They want to make a profit. They want to get a return on said investment. And if they're looking at someone and saying, you're not a good investment as so-and-so here, they're not going to pay you the same as that so-and-so. So, comparatively speaking, ScarJo, I'm sorry, but between you and, like, say, Robert Downey Jr., because they're both Marvel MCU, Robert Downey Jr. has the bigger fucking name. He has a bigger name. He's going to get a better return on investment than you are. It's how it works. It's how it fucking works. I know Hollywood has become the influence industry, but I'm saying at at its core. Sorry, thank you, TD. At its core, it's a business. At its core. Now, granted, it's Holly weird, and they have a lot of shit going on in Hollywood, but that's basically at its core how it works. Hey, sinister looking kid. Yeah, poor Scarjo. She's so oppressed. Yes, so fucking impressed. This is the beginning of the Marvel bubble burst. Eternals will be a disaster, calling it now. I call it the Meh Eternals because I watched that trailer and it's like, what, they sleep through all the fucking events that happened? Hello.
I'm here. Hi.
Oh, yeah.
I made it.
Yep.
It might have been a little longer than 15 minutes.
Yeah, I told the chat to start timing it. I was like, wait, it's 15 minutes. It's 15 minutes from now. So, but I'll start this article over in a way because this is the article. Hold on, let me scroll back up. This is the article that I started covering first, where ScarJo says that Black Widow, the women are underpaid, undermined, underserved, and underappreciated.
Yeah, I was listening. Listening to you.
Okay.
Because I wanted to make sure that when I jumped in, I could just jump in.
Okay. Well, first, hold on. I gotta read Lethal Super Chat. Directed at you.
Okay.
Okay, here it is. Did you bring back some anime bitches?
No. But I did send Lethal a bunch of pictures of some anime bitches.
So, all right. So basically, where did I stop? Okay, so basically, okay, so I'm at this point. So you said you've been listening in. So what are your thoughts before I continue this article?
Well, this I don't believe. Let me. I need to Google it because I just sat down and I've been listening, and I don't think. I'm pretty sure that this isn't the first time that Scarlett Johansson has spoken out about equal pay in Hollywood. I'm pretty sure that she has. She's not just using this movie to speak out about that. I'm pretty sure she has spoken out about it in the past. Let me see. Because I think it was when she did a movie with. When was she? I mean, oh my god. She was one of the highest paid female actors. She earned $56 million between June 1st of 2018 and June 1st of 2019. I mean, come on.
Yeah, they basically pointed out at the beginning of the article. She's like pretty much just about the highest paid actress out there right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, she spoke about it back in 2017. She speaks out about the Hollywood wage gap, sexism, even though she's one of the highest grossing actresses of all time. So this isn't the first. Let me see. Was she in a movie with George Clooney?
Which
I don't know.
George Clooney movie?
So. I'm not sure. I don't think she was. Yeah, because she has spoken. Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, she's spoken out about it previously in the past. Mm-hmm. Scarlett Johansson says every woman has been underpaid back in 2016. She feels obnoxious talking about her own experience with equal pay. She talks about it in Cosmopolitan. She's been very adamant and very outspoken about the gender pay gap.
Okay, Hail Caesar. I knew they were, but it's Hail Caesar.
Okay, Hail Caesar. Yeah, because she did speak about how she was paid less than George Clooney.
Okay, George Clooney is a bigger fucking name also than ScarJo. I'm sorry, ScarJo.
So she's been very, very outspoken about the gender pay gap. And I knew she had been. When I was listening, I was like, this isn't the first time she's spoken out about this. She's been very, very, very outspoken about the gender pay gap. So now she has a solo film, so she's talking about it again. This isn't the first time that she's went to bat for, women as far as like equal pay and talking about the gender pay gap. She's spoken out about it before in the past. Back in 2016, back in 2017.
Itself. Yeah.
So it's not anything new to her. It's not like this is the first time that she's spoken out about it. She's been very, very outspoken about it in the past.
Yeah, which like the wage gap, the gender pay gap is like basically in itself is based off of false data. Because I looked at that quote unquote study, and they didn't take into account any variables and differences in certain positions. So basically, they just like went across the board, essentially, and said, "Oh, women earn less than men." Like, well, no, because you're not taking into account these variables. And the same thing with the Hollywood. You're not taking into account certain variables, and that is George Clooney, for example, has been in Hollywood a lot fucking longer than ScarJo has. He's been a name a lot fucking longer than ScarJo has. He's worked harder than she has, or like longer than she has. So he has built up a bigger name than she has so far.
Yeah, because there's an article that came out in 2019 on Insider, the most alarming examples of the Hollywood gender pay gap. Scarlett Johansson made $198.5 million less than the highest paid actor, George Clooney, according to Forbes. That's still a fucking buttload of money. I'm sorry, but that's still a lot of money. Goodness me, that Hollywood gender pay gap, my goodness. Spread the wealth, please.
Like, well, right here, like Lindsay.
God, $198.5 million less. Oh no!
But like here, she says right here, ScarJo thinks her pay sucks now. Wait until their pay gets cut and they're struggling to look for work. Hollywood is on the verge of collapse. I mean, she's just be thankful that you're getting work when people have lost their jobs because of the lockdowns and shutdowns, and now can't find work again. Like, be thankful that you have a fucking movie that's coming out where not only you get a paycheck for appearing in the movie, but you get royalties on top of that for any merchandise and any times it's aired, basically. So and if she earns a certain amount, she gets a bonus, a $6 million bonus. People would kill for that now. Just $6 million. Yeah. And she's bitching because she doesn't earn as much as the men, and like comparatively speaking, her male co-stars are more bankable, I'm fucking sorry, than she is. I'd say the same thing about some of the other male co-stars. Guess what? Like say Tom Holland. Compared to Robert Downey Jr., Tom Holland, you're not bankable. I'm sorry. You have all these teeny boppers following you, but that's about all your bankability is right now. I'd say the same thing. Like Mark Ruffalo. Not a bankable actor. People don't really like him. And it's nothing to do with gender. It's everything to do with name recognition.
Yeah. I mean, she has some very, I'm not going to discount like her acting skills. She's been in a lot of really good movies. She's been in movies since she was like a teenager, since she was young, you know, so she's been in the industry for a long time. And she is a very good actress because she has been in some really memorable roles. But I think now that, Black Widow finally has her movie, she's using it again like all of these other actors do. What's her name? Brie Larson. She's using it as that platform to, again, speak out about the gender wage gap or the gender pay gap. Because this isn't the first time that she's spoken out about it. She's been very adamant about it, and she's spoken out about it in the past. Because I do remember her, and I looked it up. I remember her speaking out about it a lot. She's been speaking out about it a lot. Yeah.
Michael Quaid, good evening to you. Hey, I'm glad you're streaming. I just got back from the border. You've become my favorite streamer. Thank you so much,
Aw.
Michael Quaid. And he says, who's that you got with you? I'm not wearing my glasses. This is my nerdy home, aka Steph, my
Hi.
co-host. Yeah. Who all she
Hello,
has,
chat. I'm sorry. Hello, chat.
and her channel is My Nerdy Home. So eventually she will get back into streaming because I want to do more stream. I've talked to her about doing more streams.
I know.
And she claims she's busy. Busy.
I was quite busy today. I went to the Anime Matsuri today in Houston, Texas. I just got back. Houston is what is this shit on my badge? Oh well. Houston is about 4 hours away. I made it home tonight in 3. Thank you very much. I was speeding the whole way, but that's okay. And it was a lot of fun. It was really hot inside that place though. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I didn't get a lot of stuff because I just spent like a lot of money on some figures up here. So I kind of limited myself to what I was going to spend there. But I got a couple of cool things.
That's cool.
It was fun.
Mr. Bug for $5. Thank you so much. Hello, ladies. Hope you.
What was that? Am I still live or is that me? What is that? Okay. Is that you, Mara?
Hold on. Fucking hell. StreamYard. I fucking hate these sons of fucking bitches. Now I'm like on here 3 fucking times. Hold on. Hold on. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck happened. Hold on. It did the same fucking thing to me on Wednesday. It kicks me off. I still have my internet up, strong signal.
Yeah.
And it kicks me off. So fuck StreamYard.
StreamYard has been a bitch lately.
Yeah, I don't. What's going on?
I have no idea.
Fine day with nice refreshments and funny shovel videos. Yes, Mr. Bug let his thoughts be known after seeing the Black Widow movie. It just StreamYard is being a bitch. There you go. So there it is. Okay, there it is. All right. Yeah, StreamYard has been doing. I don't know what's going on with it. It needs to do an update or something. But anyway, let's moving on in this article. Those are all terms that are basically masquerading as sexism, basically bankability and box office draw. It never had anything to do with those things. Yes, it has. It's had everything to do with those things pretty much since the birth of Hollywood, just about. Now, I'm not saying Hollywood has necessarily been perfect in terms of, but basically, racism and sexism or anything like that, because I've seen classic movies, but at the same time, it still worked like that. And if there ever was, it was also part of the systemic issue that a woman could not be as bankable or have a box office draw. Systemic. Don't you love when they use the word systemic?
Oh,
as if it's like ingrained in our culture.
It is. It is right now. It's a buzzword. Buzzword. Systemic.
Yeah. Let's see. My mom refused that and instilled in me, no, you have to fight that. You're desirable because of your work, and that's where your value is, which is a commendable thing to teach.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's a commendable thing to teach, but she's taking it to a point where it's like I'm fighting the imaginary boogeyman of the gender wage gap, even though she earns a hell of a lot more money than most Americans do, just making one fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's in your talent. It has nothing to do with your gender, and don't let anybody make you feel that way. Like I said, commendable, but it has nothing to do with sexism. Johansson concluded, so I think it's really a constant fight. I'm still fighting that damn fight. We all are. She's basically fighting the imaginary boogeyman. She's in a constant fight with imaginary the imaginary patriarchy.
I love that. I love everything that she's saying, but what is exactly does it have to do with Black Widow?
Nothing.
Because isn't she supposed to be talking up her movie?
Yeah, she's supposed to be talking up her movie. This was a question by the interviewer's name is Josh White, and I said, how much you want to bet that he's a feminist ally? Because no sane person in a promotional tour for a movie is going to ask anyone to talk about how they were their own ally. Yeah, that's where the whole question stemmed from. Is describing how you've been your own ally.
That's an odd question.
Yes, that's exactly what I said, because I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
That's such an odd question. You know what that reminds? That's like a question that you would answer on like your senior year of high school, applying for applying
on a college
for
essay,
college on a college when you're applying for,
thing.
you know what I mean? Yeah. That's like something that you would answer there. Not that's so weird. Whatever.
Basically, like a bullshit enough answer that sounds good. Pretty much. That's where you would say something like that. Not on a promotional tour for a movie. Yeah. This has nothing to do with the movie. But she's answering the question. Like, if I had been in her place, I would have been like, what do you mean, like when I had to fight my own battles? Nothing to do with me being my own ally, but I don't know. Like, what does that have to do with the movie? Or anything like that? And I don't know. But that was the question that was asked of them. Back in 2018, it was reported that Johansson would earn $25 million for her appearance in the upcoming Black Widow film. Not only did that report from the Daily Mail claim that she would earn $25 million, but if the film earns more than $900 million at the box office, she would earn a $6 million bonus. There's a $6 million bonus that most people would love.
Oh, so that's really what she wants.
Yeah.
So she's like, come on, ladies, band together with me. Come and see my movie so I can get my $6 million bonus. She's got her eye on that prize right there. That's what it is.
Pretty much. She must have been having one hell of a fight with them ghosts, yeah. Let's see, the Imaginarchy. Yes, pretty much. They're fighting the Imaginarchy at this point. So there's the article. That's the quote. At least one of the quotes from the Glamour magazine interview. Let me go back, because she talks about something else from that same interview about how, where is it? Sorry, I gotta find it on the same freaking site.
There you go, Lindsay. That's exactly right. $6 million would literally pay off all my debts, and I'd still have enough to live a comfortable life. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
It'd be life-changing. Life-changing for anyone. But, you know, she makes $198 million in 2018, and she's complaining.
All right. And she also is talking about how why it's important to push the conversation around gendered superheroes.
Why is it, Mara?
Why is it? Let's go into this, shall we? Black Widow actress Scarlett Johansson recently promoted the film alongside her co-star Florence Pugh with a question and answer session with Glamour magazine. In one of the questions, Johansson explained why it is important to push the conversation around gendered superheroes, and here's her answer. She explained, well, I do think the film is inherently female, partly because of Kate Shortland directing it. It definitely it sheds light on an imbalance that women feel inherently because of how our society has been forever. What the fuck answer is this? Okay. Because of how our society has been forever, thousands and thousands of years.
It sheds light on
an can you maybe interpret that fucking answer?
Huh? What?
Can you interpret that fucking answer? I'm trying to interpret that answer. Feeling inherently about
she said
what?
It definitely has. It sheds light on an imbalance that women feel inherently because of how our society has been forever, thousands of years. There's an imbalance that women have felt in society for thousands of years.
Does this go all the way back to the Neanderthals? Does it go all the way back to the Neanderthals? I mean, how many thousands and thousands of years is she talking about where women have felt inherently about this?
Whatever I love Trey. I love Trey in the chat. This bitch just can't stop. He has said that like twice already.
Yeah. She can't. It's basically, yeah. I do need that clip. I do need the zip it clip. If like I remember, it would be like you're keeping people home. We need them to go see the movie. That's what I would say. Can you maybe just talk about the movie? Maybe just talk about that. Women have been oppressed for billions of years. Yes, it might as well be billions of years to these people.
Billions of years.
Johansson then claimed the movie is about the subjugation of women and the trauma that we have to help one another out of.
Now, I haven't seen the movie yet. Have you? So I can't really speak to the movie being about that. I haven't seen the movie yet. Has anybody in the chat? Is that true?
The only thing that I can think of where that would even remotely be like tie into what she's saying there is what happens to them going through this training. That would be like my guess, like what they have to have like taken out of them as part of their training, maybe. But at the same time, it's like it's not exactly the subjugation of women. It's basically so that way they could do their job and not get accidentally pregnant. Pretty much.
So
because of what they have to do.
Trey says that there's a Harvey Weinstein type of character. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be David Harbour.
Are all the men in the movie like it touches but ignores that every male henchman is faceless? Okay.
I've seen the movie for free and it wasn't on Disney Plus or theaters. There you go. I haven't seen the movie yet either. I mean, I'd have to I'd either go next weekend to see it at my theater or just wait for it to be free on Disney Plus in like 1 or 2 months. Because I really have... Alex, who has seen the movie, says ScarJo is off her rocker. A woman helped in that subjugation. So she's basically kind of, in a way, being truthful, but at the same time omitting a key element to that, and that is a woman is helping with that subjugation.
Now, see, I know they try to have a serious message about trauma, but it's heavy-handed and gets ruined by all the dumb humor. Oh, of course, because it's Marvel. It has to have Marvel humor. Now, I know that this movie is a tie-in to the Hawkeye show. But, I mean, that's pretty much as much as I know about the movie, except for, like, seeing a couple of clips on Twitter. I mean, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know if that's what it's about. I really want to know if that's what it's about.
Well, Alex is saying she's off her rocker because he's seen it, and he actually said that he enjoyed it.
Really?
And he, I think he said, correct me if I'm wrong, Alex, but he got it through the Disney Plus price because he said happy wife, happy life sort of a situation.
That's cute.
But he enjoyed it, and so he is actually a good one to ask, and he's saying that it doesn't make any sense because of like what another female character does. So it's not like it's just the men subjugating the women; it's like a woman is helping in that, and it's just.
Well, yes, because isn't I mean, spoiler alert because I spoil everything, but Taskmaster is gender swapped. So is that who is helping?
Well, we're going to be talking about a couple CBR articles talking about Taskmamster or whatever you want to call him. But yeah, like Taskmaster was gender swapped. So there's no subjugation necessarily there because a lot of it had to do with the fact that it's a character that you thought was dead. And it's like, oh, surprise, bitches, I'm back. But it's someone that you don't care about to begin with. And I don't know. Let's see. It's a film about women lifting one another up so that they may thrive. I don't think that you can really take that out of this film because it is an ingredient there, and it's about time too. I kind of don't want I kind of don't want it to not there. Did she even pass English?
I don't know if I said that right.
I don't know if I said that right. No, you didn't. I'm like, okay, folks, in the chat, I'm going back to school to be an English teacher, and I'm getting conniptions right now. I'm like, my eyes starting to twitch, trying to read her quotes. So I'd be going in there going, that's not how you say that. That's not grammatically correct. And she's like, it's proof positive that any idiot can get ahead. Any idiot who knows how to read a script in Hollywood can get ahead.
Is that true, Ian? The red in Natasha's ledger turned out to be underwhelming. She had PTSD over a body she didn't bother checking.
That's
really?
What that was brought up on Age of Ultron or something like that. Like everyone has red in their ledger, or was that in the first Avengers movie? I can't remember.
That was the first Avengers movie with Loki.
All right, so he said that's the red in her ledger. Not like she killed an innocent person or anything like that. Like, over a body she didn't bother checking. Okay, is that okay? Spoiler alert! I'm asking Ian this. Was that body Taskmaster?
Mistress.
Was fucking hell. Was that body Task Ma'am? The one who comes back as a surprise, bitches, I'm not actually dead?
It was, yeah. Someone she thought she killed actually wasn't dead. So, yeah.
Fucking hell. Johansson concluded, because it's important. It's an important piece of all of this. It's an important piece of moving away from that, having need to be a part of it, too. A part of what?
Well, going back on underwhelming, the red in her ledger, I mean, we saw how Nick Fury lost an eye, right? The last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye, and then it ended up being a cat. So, I mean, underwhelming is pretty much Marvel right now. Marvel is just underwhelming. Everything that they come out with right now is just blah.
Hey, Keely. Yeah, it's just... Most people have checked out of Phase 4. Or not Phase 4. Well, yeah. Post-Endgame. Most people have checked out because they either don't care about the phases moving forward, or they might care about one or two movies. But they don't really have the... I don't know.
Dump.
Oh! Was that Sporking? Sporking Raid, yes.
Oh, okay.
I was like, wait a minute. Oh, he calls his live stream that. Thank you so much, Sporking. It's like, what? I'm sorry. I was like, what the fuck is Dumper Raid?
Yeah.
Is that about us? But thank you so much. But okay, I lost my train of thought. What was I going to say?
You read this. I totally went back on a thought and you moved forward.
Well, is the people don't have the time or energy to invest in everything that they need to watch with Marvel moving forward, because Marvel will tie movies to shows and shows to movies, so that way you have to watch either or to understand everything moving forward, not just the movies. And what normie is going to invest that time and energy that Marvel Studios has banked on for the past 10 plus years in building up the MCU to come and watch movies? That's why they changed certain characters and changed certain plots to appeal to both a comic book fan and normie crowd. And what normie is going to watch all these Disney Plus shows to understand what's going on in the movies, or vice versa? They're not going to care. Mm-hmm. So basically, you saying that they've been underwhelming, they pretty much are. Like, what's the next movie? Shang-Chi?
Oh yeah.
That was one of the most underwhelming.
And Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And then the show, the Hawkeye show.
Yeah.
Because I think Loki is coming up on its last episode. I don't know. I haven't watched.
Yeah, that's what
I think I'm saying. 2 episodes behind in Loki.
Rhino was saying on at the end of Fuwazi that I guess it's the last episode, because he's gonna be watching it and reviewing it for Loki. But WandaVision is supposed to tie into Doctor Strange too, and that's one of the only ones that ever piqued my interest with Phase 4, and that's because Sam Raimi is directing it. That's the only reason. It's to see what Sam Raimi does.
Right. Well, it was supposed to tie in, but they took all of Doctor Strange's scenes out.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is it tying into? unless they start Doctor Strange movie off with, Doctor Strange, unless they put his scenes in the Doctor Strange movie instead of putting him in the show. It seemed really out of place, though, if they did that, but whatever. Mike
Hillier says Spider-Man in December. Yeah, that I remember, but it's also Spider-Man. Kind of in the underwhelming phase because it's coming off of, what's it called, Far From Home. And I
forgot what Far From Home was about.
Yeah, I'm saying it was underwhelming to the point where not like what Steph just said. Like no one really remembers what it was about, and the fact that they changed Mysterio in a way and that whole shit pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. Curiosity got me, right? Curiosity got me, and I was like, okay, let's see what Phase 4 is all about. Okay, so curiosity got me. I watched WandaVision just to kind of keep up with what they were talking about in Friday Night Tights. It was awful. Didn't like it whatsoever. And then, I'm watching Loki, and I'm just kind of like, dude, once they did that scene with the Infinity Stones, and if you watch Loki, you know what I'm talking about. Did you see that part, Mar? Or did you see a clip of it or anything like that? Because I know you're not watching.
Not a clip, but you told me like they use them as paperweights, pretty much. Like these are Infinity
Stones. Once they did that, I was just like, oh, okay. So like the first 3 phases of Marvel, what they were building up to, these Infinity Stones and how important they were, that Gamora and Black Widow gave their lives up for these Infinity Stones. They were incredibly important to Phase 1, 2, and 3. Now they're just paperweights. Like, they don't, they're a dime a dozen. We use them as paperweights. Blah, 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 blah. All right. So, sure.
Yeah. So basically, tying it into the big bad of the first 3 phases, like, oh, I would play marbles with them, pretty much. It's like, you take away the literal weight that you built up with the first 3 phases with the Infinity Stones, and use it for humor in this show, which takes away from the gravity of like Phase 3 in particular with Infinity War and Endgame, and like moving forward in Phase 4 is like what's the point? Really, what's the point? Hello, Stephen Binkley. Good evening to you.
So it was just like, man, that totally sucks. Like, wow. All right. Don't matter no more.
Yeah.
When the Loki show was done, he can just steal all of them and just kind of pocket them and whatever. I mean, it's just dumb. It was just such an odd scene.
What's the TVA? Is that in the Loki show?
It's in the Loki show, yeah. They do exist outside of the universe. But I mean, still, just like the joke they made with the Infinity Stones, because it's played for a joke, because like the dude that Loki is talking to has no idea what the Tesseract is, and he's just like, be careful with it, and he's just like, whatever, just take it, and it's played as a joke, and it just doesn't land well. It doesn't land well because of how important these stones were in the first 3 phases. So it's just like, I don't like it. I don't like that joke. It just didn't land well.
Okay. Like I said, I haven't really been watching. I haven't really watched the show at all.
The fish joke was worse. I agree, Mike. Because he's just like, what's a fish? So dumb. You don't know what a fish is?
This isn't the first time we've heard the film described as a movie about the subjugation of women. Back in November 2020, an interview with Florence Pugh was published in the Black Widow official movie book, where she claimed the movie was about Black Widow and her character Yelena Belova being abused. She explained, also the storyline that we are telling is very horrifying. It's about women that have been essentially abused and trained up to be killing machines, which is where I could see that. But they're trying to tie it into, at least with the first article, sexism. And no, it's not the case because, again, as Alex pointed out, a woman helped in that subjugation. So it's like basically like you're forgetting your own movie at this point. As Scarlett said over and over, this is the right time for her to be telling Black Widow's story. Well, it's the last fucking time they have to do it. They should have done it before now. And we're not shying away from the fact that this story is essentially about women getting their life back, which, again, should have happened before now. And it's a Marvel Studios film, too. That's pretty rare, and it's very exciting to be part of that. Well, did you catch it all? My Wednesday stream, Steph, where I talk about what the vice president of production, Victoria Alonso, has said about Marvel moving forward. About how they're going to fight the objectification of women in their movies, and the Black Widow is the start of it. Of
course, it's the MCU now. I'm not at all surprised.
Yeah, but the kicker is,
I thought that Captain Marvel was the start of that. But all right,
no, nope, not anymore. Not anymore. Black Widow is the start of it. But here's the kicker.
In the
same article, they actually get more complaints about men being objectified than women. But we'll ignore that.
I'm not gonna say that that Marvel doesn't objectify their men.
No, but they get more complaints about it. Yeah, they get more complaints about it.
God.
But we'll ignore that man behind the curtain over there and focus over here on the objectification of women moving forward. But that's like the spin they're putting on with this movie here.
All right. It's so annoying, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. I believe it. I believe every... Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I've been driving. I believe every word that lady said. Just because that's exactly what we're seeing, what people are predicting. Black Widow's sister, is it her sister that's going to take up the mantle of Black Widow? They introduced Lady Loki, probably going to take Loki's position. We're going to have... Who else? What are the other... We're going to have a She-Hulk. Aren't we going to have a She-Hulk? Can't remember.
Yeah. We have that Thor movie, Thor: Love and Thunder, coming up. Where we're going to see
Thor: Love and Thunder, Lady Thor. We're gonna have Lady Thor. Who else is in the Avengers? Hawkeye. We're gonna have a girl Hawkeye. We have Captain Marvel. It's going to be all women moving forward, and maybe the Eternals are going to be in it, but like the one outside of the Eternals, the only other guys are like Ant-Man, but he also has the Wasp, Doctor Strange, and then Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
And Spider-Man, but he's Spider-Boy, pretty much, still.
Yeah. How do I always forget about Spider? Oh my God.
Because he's so fucking underwhelming as Spider-Man. He's not Spider-Man. I forget about
Spider-Man. So, I mean, they're going to replace T'Challa. That's right. His sister Shuri is going to take up the mantle of T'Challa, of Black Panther.
Yeah.
So it is going to be mostly women. It's going to be mostly
female Iron Man.
Women.
Ironheart.
Yes, Ironheart.
Ironheart.
Exactly.
No.
Ironheart. Yep. So it's
Ms. Marvel
going to be
well.
It's going to be mostly women. So I believe that 100%. It's going to be the MCU moving forward. And if this is how they're pushing, bruh. Starting with Black Panther,
I want to touch on
Black
this
Widow,
because Victoria Alonso also said about how they're also going to make sure that they have better LGBTQ representation in their movies and shows moving forward. Might not be the first, second, or third TV show that you see. Might not be the first or second movie that you see in the faces moving forward, but they're going to do it. And correct me if I'm wrong, chat, because I don't know Marvel that well compared to DC, but isn't Moon Knight gay? Moon Knight, I believe, is a gay superhero that's been relegated to Disney Plus as a TV show because there's no way they can market it in China. There'd be no way they can market it in China because it's a gay superhero. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he is. But there's no way but he's been relegated to Disney Plus because they can't market it in China. Guaranteed. That's the reason. They're not going to say that, but guaranteed that's the reason. Because this is the same company who's under the umbrella of Disney who cut out a lesbian kiss in The Rise of Palpatine.
Oh, hi, Naymans.
Yes. Oh, hi. Waves. TD says, well, a handsome Merc is going to get a third movie, so still a man there. Yep.
Yeah, but it's a Disney, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because now, what, Fox is owned by Disney, so...
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to have to find a way to bring in the X-Men and explain why they weren't around during the invasion of New York, or why they didn't show up during the invasion of New York, as well as the Fantastic Four.
Well, aren't they talking about how Wolverine is now...
Oh, you're talking about the how people are saying...
Is now X-23?
No,
she is Wolverine.
No, X-23 has been a character. Well, X-23 has carried that quote-unquote mantle for a little bit, but it's really just idiots on Twitter saying that. It's really just idiots on Twitter saying that, because even Marvel, and this is pointed out by, again, on Twitter, that they basically had her be Wolverine for a little bit, and then they took that title away from her because Logan is Wolverine.
Because Logan is Wolverine. Yeah.
So
he's the Wolverine.
So basically, the whole X-23
but I wouldn't be surprised
it's not
if
Marvel,
they did.
It's basically idiots on Twitter. Yeah, it's not MCU. Hold on. It's not
Hi, Ryan.
It's not MCU related. It's basically just idiots on Twitter saying that. It's just idiots on Twitter going, X-23 is my Wolverine. Well, good for you. You want a cookie? If you don't want it to be... And that's what people are saying. It has nothing to do with Marvel as it is right now with the MCU. Nothing to do with that. It's just like idiots on Twitter. Hey, Jeremy Swiggs. Hello, beautiful ladies.
Jeremy.
Good evening to you. Thank you so much. Okay, so... Real fast, what do you think of this article here? Basically, kind of combined with the whole women are underpaid, underserved bullshit that ScarJo is saying.
Like I said before, she's been pushing that. She's been pushing that for a long time, so I'm not surprised that she's using this movie as a platform. I'm not surprised that Marvel is using this movie to, get the MCU started, especially if that's what they're saying this movie is all about. It's not a surprise hearing Scarlett Johansson speaking about the pay gap and speaking on feminism and women. She's done it for a long, long time. She's been very outspoken about that. So it doesn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah.
I wish that they would just, focus on making good entertainment, on making movies, on, keeping to what is in canon and not having to switch fucking gender swap characters and just stick to the material, because the material is good. The material has fans. The material is well written, but Hollywood is strange right now. They have an agenda. They're pushing it. They have little boxes that they have to check in order to be nominated for certain awards. And not to say that this movie is getting nominated, but but they still have to fucking check every single box now. So, I mean, and right now, straight white men have to be, put in their place and made to look like total fools or be the bad guy. So, I'm not surprised that they're getting rid of all of their strong white male characters moving forward in the MCU. Not at all.
Yeah.
This could have been a movie about, Black Widow and Hawkeye, but they can't have that because Hawkeye is probably is probably like a wholesome character out of all of the Avengers, because he's incredibly strong, or not strong. I mean, he's kind of strong, but he's not like a super powered person. Yeah. But on the back end, he's a family man. He has a family, and that's just not something that is praised right now. He's a straight white male who has family values, and that's very wholesome, and that's just not good right now. So I'm not surprised that they're going to replace all of these white men who they use to build the MCU.
Yeah, literally on the backs of the men. But we're going to get rid of them now.
Yeah, and they're moving forward with the women.
Yeah. Naaman says they did it again. Feige came in and said that Iron Man was removed from Black Widow because she don't need those boys. Pretty much.
Exactly.
Now, she don't need no man. She don't need
She
no
don't
man.
need no man.
All right. Well,
We strong women. We don't need no
strong
man.
women. Okay, there's 2 articles on CBR about Taskmaster that I kind of want to talk about. First one, I'll bring this up. Let me open it up. Okay, share my screen. Black Widow's villain twist is the MCU's biggest and most heartbreaking.
Demon Slayer. Mugen Train.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Did you get the link I sent you
Yes.
before the StreamYard link? I think you might like some of those shirts. So
Okay. I haven't clicked
there's
it
new
yet.
Demon Slayer. There's new Demon Slayer shirts that they're like a certain company's making.
Excuse me. Sorry. Oh.
Let's see. They are trying to say Hawkeye's accuracy is actually a superpower because the guy can't be good on his own merits. Yeah. Like, is it superhuman in a way? Yes, because how many people can have that good of an accuracy? But it's not a superpower. It's kind of like saying that Black Widow's gymnastics are a superpower because of like how she can move her body when she's fighting someone. It's not a superpower. It's just an ability.
Yeah.
It is not
see
right.
it-
You take that back.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think it is. I mean, he's just accurate. So dumb.
Yeah. JM Cruz.
It's like those.
hello,
It's like
Jade
those
and
people
Mike.
who can like just sink balls. Who can just make shots, like trick shots. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not.
It's a skill.
comparing it
It's
correctly.
basically a skill.
It's
an
like,
ability.
oh,
It's not a
okay, yes,
superpower.
thank you, Trey. Thank you so much. It's like saying Batman has superpowers.
Yeah. Yeah. I really don't know what Marvel wants to achieve with all the BS they've done since Endgame. Well, if their goal is to destroy what they built up, they're well on their way to that. But yes, like Batman's superpower is his and I say superpower in quotes is his intellect. But that's like again not a superpower. It's just he's incredibly fucking smart. Let's see. Okay, let's move into this article. Again, this is going to have spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, leave now or forever hold your peace because I don't want any bitching in the chat.
I don't care about spoilers.
Fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe have come to expect villain fake-outs like Iron Man's The Mandarin. People bitched about that. And Spider-Man Far From Home's Quentin Beck. And even sympathetic antagonists like Ant-Man and the Wasp Ghost or Black Panther's Killmonger. People bitched about those.
I remember that.
However, none of those twists holds a candle to the identity and heart-wrenching backstory of Black Widow foe Taskman. All right. That none of the marketing materials...
You said Taskman.
Yeah, it's not... This is not Taskman.
Oh, you said Task Ma'am. That's what you said.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you said Task Man.
No, ma'am. It's ma'am.
It's ma'am.
It's ma'am. Can't spoil what I'm not watching. Well, there you go. Jeffy P. I always joke superheroes are lazy. They don't even get out of their jammies when they wake up, fight crime, etc. Pretty much. Pretty much. But let's, so basically, the big twist. Here's the big twist, folks. Name the actor or some person behind the mask of Task Ma'am was the first tip-off that there's more to this seemingly unstoppable foe that there seemed. Most people thought that maybe they just didn't want to reveal the actor playing it because you don't want to exactly give away who's going to be behind the mask, so to speak. They didn't really expect.
Oh no, they don't want. Are you kidding? They didn't want to give it away because they knew that people get pissed off and not go see the movie.
Well, yeah, I mean that's like the legitimate reason, but the way CBR is couching this is that they hid that fact because there was more than meets the eye to Taskmaster than just like what people know of Taskmaster. I'm like bull fucking shit.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered if they hadn't done what they did, and that is make it Task Ma'am. But let's continue, shall we? Based on the classic Marvel Comics villain, no, it wasn't. It was loosely based, very fucking loosely based, on the villain with photographic reflexes. He can perfectly mimic his opponent's fighting styles. Taskmaster pursues Scarlett Johansson's Natasha Romanoff across Europe under orders from the leader of the Red Room, the Russian program that trained her in the Black Widows. However, that's not Taskmaster's only connection to Natasha's shadowy past. It's not even the most personal. Alright, Taskmaster's, tied up to the Budapest operation, which should have been a movie centered with Hawkeye and Natasha.
100%.
Early in Black Widow, the audience is finally given the details of the frequently referenced Budapest operation, a near-mythical mission carried out by Natasha and Clinton Barton on behalf of S.H.I.E.L.D. Although the assignment forged their friendship in fire, it also left behind emotional and, it turns out, physical scars, which we could have fucking seen if they actually centered a movie around this.
Yeah.
Instead of being told by Black Widow, because like according to people who saw the movie, this is what it was like. Oh, I remember Clint shot an arrow into that building, or I remember when Clint did this. How about you fucking show it? What is it about like them not realizing show, not tell? This is what people wanted to see. When the Black Widow movie was announced, I remember years back, people were like, are we actually going to finally see what they meant when they said, you remember Budapest a lot different than I do? Are we finally going to see that? Surprise, motherfucker. They subverted our expectations and said, no. We're going to do this, but we're going to tell you what they did in Budapest. That's how it ended up. Black Widow basically pulled a Kevin Smith move with Taskmaster. Yep.
Oh, yeah, much. For sure.
Their target was General Dreykov, the head of the Red Room, first mentioned in 2012's The Avengers. Faced with the possibility of losing him, Natasha made the call to detonate the explosives planted in Dreykov's Budapest hotel room, despite knowing his young daughter Antonia was with them. Natasha and Clint believed Dreykov was killed in the attack and viewed the girl as collateral damage. However, in Black Widow, Natasha learns from her estranged sister, Yelena, that Dreykov survived and remains a threat to them and to the world. Reunited with their one-time parent figures, Russian super soldier Alexei Shostakov and scientist spy Melina Vostokov. Russian names just... Ugh. Natasha and Yelena infiltrate the new Red Room and an aerial fortress to confront Dreykov and bring an end to his Black Widow program. That's easier said than done, of course. All right.
Does that look like a woman?
It's all on the hips.
Does that, seriously? Because when I saw the previews for this movie, like that right there, that pose and the fighting that goes on, it looked like a man.
I would have
no doubt in my mind. Doubt in my mind, it looked like a fucking man. Like the build and everything looked like a dude.
Yeah. Am I wrong?
Am I wrong? Isn't that what you thought as well? Like,
well, I thought it was going to be a guy because Taskmaster is a fucking guy.
Yeah, it looks like a dude.
Well, the costume sucks.
See, Small Time says the hips don't lie. That is a man in most of the shots.
Yeah, I thought the hips don't lie. It's like when the Mandalorian picks meat, and I'm like, well, look at the hips. That's a guy. That's where you look. That's where you look, people. Look at the hips. That'll tell you if the stunt person is a guy or a girl. And chances are,
dude.
I would bet even money, the chances are that the stunt person for Taskmaster was a guy.
It has to be. I mean, when I saw the previews, just that right there, like, I was like, it's a dude. Hi, Megatron. Mm-hmm. I like Alex is either a dude or that is a big-ass suit. Yeah, he looked like a man.
Yeah, that's a man, baby. It's a man, baby.
Oh my God, J.M. Cruz says, because it was a man, you can also see it in the scene where he or she puts on the helmet. The face was CGI'd in, and I laughed my ass off. Shut up.
Oh, I gotta see that just for that shot. Not the whole movie, but I gotta see just that shot.
When she takes the mask off, it looks like they CGI'd her head onto a guy's body. Shut the fuck up. Now I totally want to see that is just sad.
Yeah.
That
is really
they're like
sad.
so desperately, like they desperately want
Lady
you
looks
know,
like a
this
dude. Yeah.
dude looks like a lady looks like a dude. Lady. They so desperately want to push identity politics and, you know, let's swap this, let's fucking women power movie, that they would fucking risk looking ridiculous in this shit. That is just, oh my god.
Yeah, Matthew Brooklyn is confirming it. That Friday Night Lights said it was a guy in the suit. They put her face on him.
Wow.
Hey, Mighty Wolf.
J.M. Cruz, watch it again. It's when they were talking inside the Sky Fortress. Wow. They spent $200 million on Black Widow. Fuck. Oh my god.
They really need to make their money back.
That's just sad. That's just, I'm sorry. That's just sad.
Hey, Tim Sock. Yeah. But here's the thing. I can believe that because, again, they didn't want to let it slip that they gender swapped Taskmaster because they knew that they'd piss off people who were coming to see it because they know deep down, even though you have these idiots on Twitter saying, no one cared about Taskmaster until 2 days ago, Marvel deep down knew that if they let it leak that they gender swapped Taskmaster, they would have a lot of people fucking pissed. Because Taskmaster is pretty much a beloved villain in Marvel. It's pretty much a beloved villain.
That's so dumb.
And they had to do that. It was stupid, but they had to do it because you can't reveal that that's a woman in that because the hips don't fucking lie. You want to tell if it's a man or woman in that costume, look at the fucking hips.
And that's just, I'm sorry, but that's just sad to me. They're so desperate. They're so desperate to push out their agenda, to push identity politics, that they'd risk looking fucking, that they would risk their movie looking stupid, superimposing CGIing a fucking face on a man's body. That's just so dumb. That is so fucking dumb. Yeah, the actress is clearly tall, slender, so it looks odd seeing that head on the neck and neck on that body. I bet it looks horrible. I bet it looks like shit.
I gotta see those scenes. I bet it
looks, oh, wow. That's just
basically,
sad.
here's the basic plot.
Trey said something earlier. What did Trey say? Compare that to the nightmare scene in Justice League that was made in a backyard. 100%. Hell fucking yeah. Like,
yeah.
How they did that and shot all of that. Yeah. And then they have Marvel, Disney, big fucking bucks, and that's what they fucking do. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, well, like, moving on, I'm not going to read the entirety of, like, basically the plot, but it says, rather than a one-dimensional assassin, Taskmaster is revealed to be Dreykov's now adult daughter, Antonia, who survived the Budapest operation, but was left with extensive injuries. As part of the life-saving process, a chip was implanted in the back of Antonia's neck, which enabled her to record and then replicate her opponent's every move. So basically taking away Taskmaster's ability. Basically taking away Taskmaster's ability and making it a chip. They fucking ordered 66 this bitch. They put a chip in her.
Yeah. And I like how they say, rather than just a one-dimensional assassin.
Fucking hell.
Are you okay? Did you hit your head?
No, I'm like mentally just like.
Oh!
I mean, fucking hell.
I looked away and you were like, ow. Like, it looked like you hit your head.
No, I'm like, well, my brain hurts. That's why I'm saying, ow, my brain fucking hurts because they're trying to excuse this shit. Man, it sounds like I made the right move in skipping this movie. Sure looks that way. So they basically turned Taskmaster by putting a chip into the back of the neck like a fucking clone in Dave Filoni's The Clone Wars. Because it was a chip all along. That's how she was able to do it, folks. That's how she was able to do it. That's how she was able to do it. Not because she had any abilities whatsoever. I feel like I have a brain injury at this point. I usually stay in pretty good humor, but this is actually depressing. Yes, they are little by little destroying our superheroes.
They are doing it. Yeah.
They are. They are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that scene. She headbutts a table. Cargo headbutts a table in the scene. All right. Okay, this is the actress who played Taskmaster. Olga Kurylenko is listed as 5'9.5". She's tall, pretty much. She was in Quantum of Solace. She was one of the Bond girls. Yeah, Pray for Mars Brain. Yeah, it like basically I'm just like the stupid. It hurts. All right, moving on. Dreykov beams with something resembling pride, not at his daughter, because God forbid he have pride in his daughter, but at his prize weapon. She watches everything he tells Natasha, and she can do it. She's a perfect mimic, and she fights just like all of yours, friends. Fucking editors, do your job. That's, of course, a reference to the Avengers. So that's how they connected to... This is how one of the ways they connected to the, I guess, Avengers. It's a fucking ship! Yes!
Oh, God.
They turned her into a fucking clone from the Clone Wars. It's not because it's not the actual Taskmaster. It's not because Taskmaster has the innate ability to do that. No, it's a chip. It's a chip which allows her to does not compute kind of a thing.
X-Ray Girl's in the chat.
Hi, X-Ray Girl.
Congratulations on your wedding. You're a wife now. So
yep,
excited.
and hopefully
happy for you. And I hope you're feeling better.
Husband. Yeah, hopefully Mark is making a good first husband like you tweeted.
That was so funny. I laughed so hard when I saw that. He'll make a good first husband. I laughed so hard when I read that. Oh, man.
They turned
awesome.
Taskmaster into a cyborg, like General Grievous, pretty much. I wonder what happened if the head person said, "Execute Order 66." Yep. What's next? They're going to use lines like "People die when they are killed." The rate Marvel's going, yes, they are.
People don't die?
And people... No one's ever truly gone.
X-Ray Girl, I am a troll. He needs to know there can always be a replacement.
Yes. Yep. You know, like that gif of the raccoon doing this?
Yes.
That's how I picture X-Ray Girl,
yeah.
like just doing that. That's how I picture
Our
her.
husbands can be replaced at any time.
Hey, Red Monarch.
Stay on your toes.
Okay, so... Alright. Some elements of fandom will no doubt focus on the gender swap aspect of the character. Yes, you bad comic book fans. Don't just focus on that. As with Ghost and Ant-Man and the Wasp and Flag Smasher in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, another gender-swapped character, Taskmaster in the comics is male. However, it's the tragedy of Taskmaster that's front and center in Black Widow. As a child, Antonia is a victim of what Alexei might call this theater of geopolitical conflict, an acceptable loss in a mission intended to eliminate a serious threat, who just happened to be her father. Rather than saving his severely injured daughter and helping her to live the best life possible, he transformed her into a killing machine. Bad man. Bad man. Pretty much. That's what they're saying here. Men are bad. Men are pigs. Men are bad. That's what her father did. Instead of doing what a father should have done and blame the fucking writers for this, he turned her into a killing machine. I just can't anymore. This is why I checked out of Marvel when I did, because I'm looking at this going, I feel sorry for you, fans. I really do. I feel sorry for the fans that are still invested in this. And this is what they're getting. They're basically getting the half-assed approach.
I think the fans that are legitimately invested are really the ones that Marvel is catering to right now. So don't feel sorry for them. They're
not those. I'm talking about the people that are going.
But like the comic book fans,
comic book fans
who have been fans of the MCU for a long time, are probably seeing this and their hearts are breaking.
I feel bad for them.
And this is just really bad. And the fact that just reading these couple of articles about Black Widow, Naaman says it best: women good, men bad. I honestly don't like that. I really don't.
Hello, Red Monarch. Thank you for the $2.
Hello, Red Monarch.
The thing is, I think it's like I really feel bad for them is because this is a character that was in the first 3 phases of Marvel, and it's one of the few characters like post Phase 3 that people would want to see a movie of because she's a beloved character, and I feel bad for them because this is the movie that she's getting. This is the movie they're getting with her, and they're destroying a beloved villain in the process because of Whammon power.
Yeah, the fact that we've waited so long for Black Widow to get her movie, and Captain Marvel got her movie before Black Widow did, and that one was really, really bad. And this is the movie that we got. Her one of the very first Avengers, been there since the beginning, and it's just sad that this is the movie that she's finally getting, which isn't sad for Scarlett Johansson because she has been on this crusade and this movie is very much Scarlett Johansson. However, is it really like Black Widow? Is it really the Black Widow that we've been seeing? Is this really the movie that we wanted for Black Widow? No, I don't think it is.
Well, that's what she's saying. Like that's what she was
that's
saying.
What I'm talking about. The minority on Twitter.
Minority.
Yeah, that's exactly who I'm talking about. The new fans that they're trying to cater to.
The ones on Twitter who are claiming that no one cared about Taskmaster until 2 days ago when the movie premiered. Those fans is what they're catering to. The ones that are so fucking normie that they say stupid shit like that.
My dogs are barking.
Yeah. She has dogs, folks. Hey, McQueen. Hey, and Drunk Repio. Hope you didn't die in Phasmophobia.
Hi. I'll be right back.
All right. So moving on in this article while she goes to quiet her dogs down a little bit. But basically that's what they did is Task Ma'am. Okay, so make no mistake, everyone trained by the Red Room is victimized by it. Girls are kidnapped or purchased. Dreykov views them as little more than a replenishable resource, forcibly operated upon, which is like they touched on in the previous Marvel movies, and then transformed into living weapons to be brandished for the assassinations of political enemies and the toppling of regimes. A lucky few like Natasha and Yelena escaped Dreykov's tyranny only to be haunted by his memory. But while the Black Widows were conditioned and controlled, Antonio was literally programmed. That's evidenced early on in Taskmam's attack on Natasha in Norway. She sent to recover a metal case. Taskmam is kept on mission by a readout that flashes across her unblinking cybernetic eye that reminds her of her target. There's no place for improvisation or indeed free will. We gotta feel sorry for Taskmam, folks. We gotta feel sorry for Taskmam. Gotta feel sorry. I died a lot. Sorry. The unmasking of Taskmam is the most chilling moment in Black Widow, a thriller fueled by almost non-stop action with occasional detours into the brand of humor we've come to expect from Marvel Studios. Antonio editors, even fucking autocorrect is like, no, Taskmaster is a man. Okay. Antonia's frozen, wide-eyed expression underscores the human lives represented by the often-mentioned red on Natasha's ledger, while her ultimate fate in the film raises questions about whether someone who's experienced the life Taskmam has can ever do anything but add red to her own. We have to make Taskmam a sympathetic character because Whammon, folks, Whammon can't be evil. Whammon can't be evil of their own accord. Nope. And we can't have Taskmaster be a guy because people love him. She quieted Georgie.
That was Harley.
And Harley.
Yeah.
And Harley.
Mm-hmm.
But so basically, in a nutshell, Steph, we have to feel sorry for Taskmam. pretty much.
Oh,
Because
of course we do.
It's the most heart-wrenching twist.
Oh, that's the heart. There's a heart-wrenching twist.
Yeah, because she's
Sympathetic
programmed.
villains.
She's programmed by her evil father, and oh my god, my heart
and the
bleeds for
evil
her.
chip.
And the evil chip.
So, okay. So she wasn't evil. She didn't want to be evil. Ooh, Mars. Oh, Jay. Ooh.
Everybody, Jay's saying that Mara is super sexy and hot, and Mara looks naked. Okay.
Yeah, thank you for. Yeah. But yeah.
Who even Steph's dogs hate this movie. They're good doggos. They are good doggos. They're good boys.
Yeah.
If the villains are going to be sympathetic villains, who's the evil person? Who is the crescendo? Who are we going towards? Who is the
it's like what they did with Wonder Woman
ultimate
84
fight now?
Yeah, it's like with Wonder Woman 84 where they made Maxwell
Cheetah.
Lord and Cheetah.
Oh, Maxwell Lord. Everybody was just sympathetic. Poor them. Poor
Yeah,
that's
poor
just so
them.
fucking weird.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Taskman's mom was killed by a Dalmatian.
Oh god. Yes, even fucking everybody. There are no villains in this world anymore unless you're a straight white cis male. Other than that, everybody has a tragic backstory, and you should sympathize.
Can't say it.
And you should sympathize with them. That is. Oh no! Look at Jay.
Mara.
First answer this question
Mara.
before I highlight Jay's comment.
Jay's asking you if you'll be his taskmaster. Will you be Jay's taskmaster?
Stop it. Did you party with Anna yet?
I didn't see Anna. I didn't see her. Yeah,
good.
I messaged her while I was there. I could only stay for like a short time. One, because I had to make it back home for this stream, and because something came up, so I had to get out of there. But yeah, I was trying to. That is so cute, TD. Jay and Mara sitting in a stream. Yeah, I didn't get to see Anna.
That
So
sucks.
I know, I was bummed.
So, but did you see like anyone else there? Because I know you mentioned like Yellow Flash was there. No, oh, that sucks.
Oh,
Oh my god, Junk, have you been drinking?
Mara. Jay says that you're fun size and he wants to have fun.
I think he's been drinking.
Mara.
I think he's been drinking. We got drunk Jay in the chat, folks. But basically, yeah, this article in a nutshell is basically like, sympathizing with Taskmaster. Like, I'm not saying necessarily that villains can't at least have some sympathetic qualities to them, but at the same time, you have to have a clear bad guy in these movies. You have to have a clear bad guy in these films, and we didn't get that with Wonder Woman 84 because they made Cheetah and Maxwell Lord sympathetic because they never faced a comeuppance. They never faced any consequences for their actions. And what else? And same here. Like, not really facing any consequences because you have to feel sorry for Taskman.
Yeah. Taskman. Mara.
Jay says no, he's not drunk. But you troll him during all of his streams, but he says he's not trolling you right now. So what is going on?
I'm going to mute you. All right. Moving on. I guess we'll only cover this last article because we are coming up about half an hour before Tim's stream starts. Oh my god. People like Joey, yes. Lyndon just fell over somewhere, yes. Okay, hold on. Let me cancel this. I gotta go back. Because there's another Taskmaster article. here. Let's see how they spin this. God.
Mara, Jay said, laugh out loud.
What did you get him from anime convention?
I have to ship it to you, Lethal.
Okay.
Did you see the picture that I posted of the girl, Neon Genesis Evangelion? There was someone who was cosplaying, I think, Ahsoka. No. Is it Ahsoka?
Asuka.
Asuka, thank you. Asuka. I sent him a picture of her butt.
Steph enables people. But here it is. Black Widow's Taskmaster is trending, and not because fans are happy.
Right? Mm-hmm. What were they thinking? Like, seriously.
Pretty much. That's like said in the other article. There's no way that they could reveal anything because look at this, the fans' reactions. Like, they're covering it in this article, fans' reactions. Mm-hmm. They're not happy because it's another example of a gender swapped character.
And there's no reason. There was absolutely no reason to do that. There's no reason to do that. Other than I want to, push women power. That's it. That's the only reason, and it's incredibly just in your face in this movie. It's kind of like fucking, oh my god, I'm going to just go off on The Purge. The new Purge movie is so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. It's basically what the left thinks that the U.S. would be if Trump had remained in power, right? If Trump had remained president, the wall was built. Like, this is where we're headed, guys. Don't pay attention. Oh my god, don't reelect. Blah, blah, blah. Like, because the wall is built, and they, at the beginning of the movie, they're like, we're incredibly divided, blah, blah, blah. It's so divided. This nation is so divided. And it was just so fucking stupid, just in your face. Like, nothing was hidden. There weren't any underlying themes of the fucking movie. It's so dumb. The Purge started off like, it's a pretty neat idea, right? I watched those movies just to see like the ways people are just killing other people, and the ridiculous costumes that they're wearing. It started off as a really fun type of movie, and then it just evolved into shit. Like, they got their hands on it and they're like, haha, let's put some Trump jokes in there.
It should have been
and
like
this time around, it
really should have been one movie. Yeah.
Like, this
it
time,
been one movie,
I swear to God, Fast 9 is the only movie that I've seen where it's just like, dude, you know what you are, and I love it. Mwah. Perfect family. Yeah. Vin Diesel, mwah, you're perfect. Fast 9 was very entertaining. That's what I was hoping that, like, this new Purge movie was, because I didn't watch the trailer. I didn't watch the trailer. I just went in totally and completely blind to the movie.
I watched the trailer, and I was like,
I didn't watch the trailer. I didn't watch the trailer at all. I went in completely blind, and I was like, I want to be entertained. Let's just watch people killing each other. And it was just so fucking bad. It was bad. It was so bad. But like, there was absolutely no reason. They didn't have to do that. I don't know why I just went on that stupid rant, but they really didn't have to.
You needed a vent. I
needed a vent. I needed to do a Purge vent. Because it was just so stupid. It was so dumb. Oh my god. I'm sitting there like with my phone out, just clipping the movie. I was like, God, look at this piece of shit film that they're giving. Oh my god. I need to share this with someone. Like, this is such a piece of shit fucking film. I wanted to leave, but I was like, I spent money on this fucking film and popcorn and shit. I'm just going to stay and just take pictures and film the movie. Nobody here cares. Nope. You care that I'm... No?
Nope,
okay.
Nope.
I'm just going to keep filming this stupid fucking movie because it's dumb. Dumb as fuck. Yeah, it was so stupid.
Here you go, Steph. You don't need the purge when you have family.
Exactly. Mwah.
Yep.
The
Like I
Fast
said, like,
series.
Purge need to be
Yes.
like one movie and Trace like two at the most. Purge should not have been a franchise. Purge should not have been a franchise. That's why I say like it should have been like one movie because it's like a contained plot. One evening, all crime is legal, to include murder.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
I thought it was a
One
neat
movie.
I thought it was a neat, premise for a film. I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. Yeah, let's do it. But then I'm just like, God, this movie sucks. Like they're barely murdering. Like seriously, the Purge started. We didn't see any murders like on the actual like legit Purge night. It wasn't until like afterward. And the only people that were murdering were white supremacists who wanted, I kid you not, Mara, not a joke, white supremacists who wanted to purge America of all the illegals and all of the people of color. Purge America and make it white again. That's what the Purge movie was.
Are you shitting me?
No, I'm not shitting you.
Oh my god! Oh,
That's
my
what the
God.
Purge movie was. That's why I'm just like, oh my god, this is horrible.
Hollywood is going to hell.
It was horrible. And Americans needed to the people that, wanted to flee because it was a what is it? It's like a purge. They got the military involved, but no, the white supremacists they had to get pulled away because they were attacking them. And then
Wait, hold on.
the people who wanted to flee this purge of white supremacy fled to Canada and fled to Mexico, and the ones in Mexico were called dreamers.
Wait, hold on. Okay, time out. Time fucking out right now. Did you just say that the white supremacists beat back the military?
Yes.
The military? Fuck this movie. We would demolish those fuckers.
Yes.
We have what are called bombs, people.
They attacked one or it was like they because the military is taken over by, I can't remember what they're called, the founding father, the new founding fathers, that's what they're called. They control everything, and so the new founding fathers building was blown up by the white supremacists, and they pulled the military out.
I'm with you, Trey. And we're what?
I kid you fucking not. Mighty Wolf, it is totally real. It is totally real.
So basically, they went back to basically blackface Trudeau. Oh my god!
I'm not making it up.
This is the most recent Purge movie, Leo.
Yeah,
Slayer.
yeah, it's the most recent Purge movie. I kid you not. It was the reason the hashtag Forever Purge trended on social media by white supremacists, and they are purging the world of the illegals and all of the people of color to make America white again. That was this Purge movie. That's why I was so pissed. I was like, this is so fucking stupid.
Hold the fuck on. They said the military is F-15s. They actually just said the military is F-15s, not like F-16s, F-18s, F-22s.
And there was a part in the movie where like you saw the picture that I posted on Twitter, right, of the guy with like the huge fucking swastika on the side, like big old fucking okay, right? They're in this police van, and this dude, because of course, right, guns are bad, and they have to show that white men, the only people. Look at Mara, she's frozen. Look at her face. You're frozen like this.
I like my brain kind of like just committed seppuku right here.
You froze. This man was in the car and he was just listening to the bullets, and he's like, "Oh, that's an AR-15." He's like, "Pop, pop, pop, pop." It was so fucking. He was naming the guns, each gun by just the way that they sounded, and he's like, "This is the music. I have it on my phone. We can listen to it." Where is it's such a bad fucking movie. It's horrible.
As I said, my brain is committing seppuku right now. I'm listening to this plot, and I knew it was going to be bad. Like I said, I watched the trailer, and I'm like, this looks like shit.
Listen.
But it is shit.
Look. He's like, homegrown music from the heartland. I mean, come on. It's so bad.
I have no fucking words.
Steph bootlegs on this side.
This is.
It was so...
Ironhead says, I haven't seen a movie in 4+ years, and what I'm hearing does not tempt me to darken the door of a theater anytime soon.
It's sad. This movie, I was just like, I'm gonna go have fun. Nope. Why are there sirens if crime is legal? Well, Frank the Bunny 666, because this is the forever purge. So the purge night came and went, and we didn't actually see any killing on purge night because it came and went. And now it's the forever purge, and the forever purge hashtag forever purge trended on social media by white supremacists who wanted to purge the world of purge America of all the illegals and make it white again. That's why you're hearing sirens, because it's the forever purge. So it's like the day after the purge happened, and the police don't know what to do. They're trying to like get a hold of everything. The military have to come in, and they push the military out, and so bad. It's so bad.
I can't. I really just can't. I have no fucking words.
Yes,
right
they
now.
did have the actor doing the gunshot sounds with their mouth. He's like, pop, 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 pop. So dumb.
Yeah, it was fucking stupid.
Yeah, this movie was really, 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 really bad. It was really bad.
I don't even know if I want to go back into the CBR article because my brain just fucking hurts right now.
It's so bad. But that is what Hollywood is right now. That is the agenda. Like all of the white men in this movie are racist. No joke. Every single white man in this movie, in The Purge, is racist. The only one white man that you see in the movie who was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I know we've been, building off of the backs of people since we stole the land from the Native Americans." No joke. He says that in the movie. He gets shot because he's too rich. So even him, who says, some nice stuff, no, you're still bad, white man, because you're too rich and you're not sharing your wealth with all of these people that you hire. So yeah, that's that. Then the other dude, the other white guy that, made it throughout the movie, who we see like at the beginning, he is like giving the Mexican guy that they hired, he's giving him a bad, he's like, he's picking on him, essentially. He's just like, "I heard you came in late today." And he's like, "Nope, no, I didn't." "Oh, so you're saying that this guy's a liar?" "Oh, I also heard this about you." "Oh, okay, so you're saying they a liar?" I don't want my kids speaking Spanish in my house, right? So this is the guy that they paired with the lead Mexican guy in the movie. And like during this one part, like they're trying to drive to the border to save their lives. This guy, the Mexican guy, he's like, "Let's just cut the shit. You don't like me because I'm Mexican." Like, dude, there's more important things happening here. Like, saving your lives, And he's like, "I don't know. I just think we all should stay with our own. We should just all stay with our own." So And then by the end of the movie, this guy's like, gracias. He's speaking Spanish, right? He doesn't want his kids to speak Spanish, but he's speaking Spanish. Gracias. Thank you for your help. But he's still racist. Like, he still says, like, racist shit throughout, like, the rest of the movie. So even he is still not good. He's still not good because he's only in Mexico because he had to go there so his wife could, you know, give birth. So they, like, his wife, it's still, yeah, it's just so dumb. It's so all of the white men in the new Purge movie, there's absolutely nothing redeemable about any of them. They are all still racist men. Nothing. They're all bad. All bad.
Yeah, it's a leftist wet dream.
It is it's 100% a leftist's wet dream. 100%. Yes.
Not In the Heights, no, we're talking about Forever Purge.
Yeah, the Forever Purge.
I can't.
Like Ironhead, damn, this shit ain't even worth stealing. No, it's such a bad movie. I like went there. I go to watch the Purge just to see. Yeah, I just go to see, you know, people dressed up in creepy ass costumes being creepy and killing people, right? That's what the Purge is about. Not this one. Nope. They had to make a political statement, and it was set in Texas, and Texans are cowboys who live on ranches. Everybody in Texas, cowboys who live on ranches. Like, I was just like, dude, what is this? This is like probably on the fucking outskirts of the major cities, maybe. Like, there aren't a lot of ranchers, and I don't know what you're talking about. This
is Hollywood's interpretation of Texas.
It's Hollywood's interpretation, exactly. Like, they haven't really visited Texas, so they don't really know that, you know, God, it was really bad.
This is like the California desert part of Texas, pretty much. It's where they most likely filmed it. And said, oh, this must be what Texas is like. So that's like, just film it here, pretty much. A $5 Australian super chat from Lethal Lightning. Thank you so much. I have to get going picking up my dad. You two are a fantastic team. Great stream, and much love to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much. Lethal.
Thank you, Lethal. Mwah!
So
blow him a kiss, Mara. Mwah!
There you go. So,
Alex McCarthy. I live on a ranch in Texas. Texas. So do I. I live on a ranch. Everybody lives on a ranch in Texas. Yeah. The only ones that don't are Hispanics and poor white people. So dumb.
No, I was gonna say, like, Texas is like the only two like states that I would live in if I weren't living where I am. Pretty much, it's like one of only two states I would move to right now, and that's primarily because I at least technically lived there for a little bit when I was going through my tech training. So I've been to San Antonio and thereabouts, and I pretty much fell in love with the Riverwalk area of San Antonio, and that's where I would live, roughly, if I like moved anywhere else other than where I'm living, at least within the states.
Ooh.
So,
yeah.
Sorry, I meant to check on this. Thank you for thinking I rock, Tom McDaniel. Thank you so much. And San Antonio is dope. I do.
It is dope.
I love San Antonio. I like what
Trey. Sorry.
Where?
Trey said at least Steph got to watch the Halloween trailer, I guess, even though it's only 2 minutes. Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. I did get to see the Halloween trailer.
So, what was I going to say? Oh, I graduated when I was going through basic training, Air Force basic training. I was an honors graduate. Just real fast, sorry, I was an honors graduate. It meant I got to leave the base with my family to go, like, basically touring. Otherwise, I would have been relegated to the base. So,
yeah, and you have to wear your blues,
yeah. I had to wear my blues. And that's where I fell in love with the Riverwalk area of San Antonio. And I saw the Alamo. We went to my parents went to like a Mongolian barbecue joint when I was there. Like, I don't know if it's still there necessarily because this was a while back, but I loved it. And like I said, it's like one of the few places I would move to if I weren't living where I'm living right now. So, but I figured we went on a purge rant, so I'm not really even going to bother getting back into this article. But basically, the gist is fans aren't happy that they made Taskmaster into Task Ma'am, pretty much.
Right. And the only reason they do it is because they're continuing to push their identity politics, their leftist point of views, and just if you don't like it, then you have the wrong opinion. That's pretty much everything that is in Hollywood right now.
Air Force Base, Gold Assassin. That's where I went.
Except for the Fast Saga family.
Yeah. They see, like, that's what you said, like, earlier.
You don't need identity politics when you have family.
Family. It knows what it is. It's like, we have jumped the shark so many fucking times. It's like, we don't even take ourselves seriously.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's fine. Sometimes you just want to turn your brain off when you're watching a movie. And just enjoy it.
Yeah. Fast Saga, they still have that. It still has that scene with a bunch of women dancing together, shaking their booties. They know. You don't need identity politics when you got family. I love it.
No.
Mwah.
No. They know what they are, and they run with it. They literally just run with it. And I would not be surprised if somehow time travel gets introduced down the road, because they are going to milk this franchise as long as they can. Mm-hmm. And they already set up a Fast and Furious 10 with the mid-credit scene after Fast and Furious 9. So you know a Fast 10 is coming.
Fast X.
You know that's coming.
Fast X.
So,
Fast X.
So this is like really off topic, but I forgot to do this during my, I think, Twitch stream or something like that. But remember, like, the picture I posted on Twitter of my niece in her I solemnly swear I'm up to no good onesie? Mm-hmm. People were saying that they kind of see a little bit of me in her. Mm-hmm. And like, well, I'll show you a baby picture I have of me, and you can, like, judge from there. And this is a picture that you've seen, Steph. I think I sent it to you. But everyone, just let you know, here's baby Mara. I found a picture. Here's baby Mara.
Widow Mara.
This is me.
It's Widow Mara. Put it closer to the. Put it closer.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna make myself.
Widow Mara's picture. That's Widow Mara. Me. Oh my God, how cute!
That's me.
She's a widow.
And I'm actually smiling, and I'm wearing a dress.
You have ruffles on your dress.
Yeah, little ruffles.
Widow Mara.
I'm wearing tights, white tights, and little white shoes.
Look at your shoes.
Yep.
That's cute.
That's me, Widow Mara. So, if you think my niece looks like me, then there it is. That's your little bit of proof, I guess. I don't know. But, all right, so we're going to start wrapping it up here after that little Forever Purge rant. Like, Steph really...
We already had too many Black Widow articles. Let's rant on the Purge. Such a fucking shitty movie.
Get that off her chest. You could tell.
I did. I needed to talk about the Purge movie. It was such shit. I wanted to see people get killed by people in fucking weird costumes, like that one chick who's like, "Give me my candy bar." Like that's what I want to see when I go and see Purge movies. Like, just some stupid shit like that, you know. Give me my came back from my candy bar.
Did you ever used to watch Jeremy Johns?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw him do that.
That movie, and he's like, "Give me my candy."
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember that. That's what I want to see when I go and see a Purge. I don't want to have like a fucking life lesson when I go and see a fucking Purge movie. Give me a fucking break. So dumb. Yeah. So dumb. Just give me people killing other people on one night that's legal. Like,
I mean, that's like just one movie. Basically, it's a contained plot. And it's a contained plot where a family has to survive Purge night because all crime is legal to include murder. That's it. But they had to try to milk it into a franchise, and then they jumped the socio-political agenda shark and put identity politics into a franchise, which shouldn't have been a franchise, but a franchise that it shouldn't have been in. Period.
No, like that's not the movie. That's not the movie to talk about shit like that. Come on, give me a break.
It's like, sweet little white baby full of privilege. I get weird. I get that it's a joke, but I am biracial. I don't look it, but I am biracial. But yes, I do have half white privilege.
Mara is white passing.
I'm white. There it is. I'm white passing.
She's white passing.
White passing. Thank you, grew up to be hot and a badass. Thank you so much. Little Mara's a cutie. Sieg thinks my niece looks like me. Well, we'll see. We'll see how when she gets older. People are thinking baby Mara is cute. Yeah, baby Mara is adorable, pretty much.
Yay.
So make sure that I touch on make Marika Jade again. Blue Eye Scorpio, hello. I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. I have to take my old laptop to the Apple store because I have to get the transfer done and I have to find the time and the money to be able to do it because it costs a little bit chunk of change for them to transfer stuff onto a new laptop. And I'd lose my laptop for like 2 days. Like no matter what I do, I'd lose it for 2 days. So I'd have to find a time where I'm not like streaming or whatever.
Why don't you get one of these? And do it yourself.
I do. Hold on. So, oh fucking hell! How do I do that? And I lost my cam on.
Aw, she's
there it goes.
She's wearing a shirt, guys. Sorry.
Sorry. Here I have this, but but I do also need to find a new charger because I somehow lost the charger cable to my old laptop, even though it should have been in that stupid laptop case I have there because I took it to the Apple store to get it looked at one point. I gotta find another charger for that so I can actually boot it up. So that way, when I can get that laptop working, I can get pictures. I do have military pictures of me in uniform on that laptop. Even ones where I'm wearing the flak vest and the helmet in my uniform, like during one of my pre-deployment training sessions.
Everybody's saying, dang it, there goes,
yeah, so
there
disappointed.
goes the fantasy.
Sorry.
But you saw her boobies.
Sorry. I'm not putting the camera down. So there it is. Okay. All right. So Steph. So we're wrapping it up here before Tim's stream starts. Let everybody know. Plug your channel. Plug all that good shit that you got planned.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, all at the same handle, My Nerdy Home. And if you'd like to follow me, you can. Thank you very much.
All right. And normally here is where I would plug my channel, but instead of that, I'm going to plug Lethal Lightning's live channel. I'm going to post it in the chat because he is trying to get to 1,000 subs, and he needs to kind of do that by September because YouTube is kind of not implemented, but what they'll do occasionally with people is if you don't hit a certain the requirements by a certain time, then they remove watch hours, and they've been doing it to some people. So here is the link to his live channel. So if you're not subscribed to that channel, please go and give his videos a watch. He did reach the watch time, but he needs a subscriber count, and you'll enjoy it. He re-uploads the full Aussie episodes there. He re-uploads clips from the full Aussie and all that. And if you miss it, you can catch it there. And yeah, YouTube is asshole. Yes, it is. It very much is. And that's what they've been doing to people. So, but yeah, so that's what I want to plug. If you choose to subscribe to my channel, I much appreciate that. But I want to get him to 1,000 subs before September. So.
Look at what Blue-Eyed Scorpio said. I plugged Lethal earlier.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. So. But yeah, so now wrapping it up here. Also, Open Airlock Policy. Let me see if I can find his channel. He will be going live in actually like a minute. So I'll put his channel here in the chat for Fall of Night. Go and give him a watch as well. He will have guests on. He also talks pop culture news and things like that. So go check him out and subscribe to his channel if you haven't already done so. So I want to thank Steph again for another good episode of Talk Nerdy to Us and getting the Forever Purge rant.
Yeah, I had to get that out of my chest. Off my chest.
She had Yeah, she
I
had
had
a rant.
I had to do something with it. That movie was horrible. God, it was a waste of money. At least I got to eat movie snacks.
That's the plus, basically. That's a plus. You got to see the Halloween Kills trailer and eat concession snacks. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Those are 2 pluses. Master of the TDS, you just showed up. Sorry, you're going to catch the replay, but I hope you enjoyed the replay because we were just winding down now. But again, thank you to everyone for, yes, you got a fan here. Yeah, I like Stephanie. She's funny.
I'm Michael Quaid.
So, but again, thank you all so much for like sticking with us, especially with the snafus with StreamYard, and it kept giving me the weak Wi-Fi signal because StreamYard hates me. StreamYard fucking hates me, even though I'm connected right directly to my Wi-Fi. So there it is.
And I'm very sorry I was late.
All right. Well, she was at an anime convention, which I'm jealous of because my city is another convention capital. I'm not going to go into what that convention is.
It's a furry convention.
Yeah, it fucking is. Anyway, yeah. But there's another.
Remember that Mara froze like this.
I hate StreamYard. I fucking hate StreamYard. There's another convention coming up that I might go to. I don't know, but it's called Steel City Con. And yeah, so I might go to that. But yeah, my fucking city is known as furry convention capital. We couldn't. I don't know why. I don't know why furries like Pittsburgh, but they fucking do. So there it is. That's my rant. That's my city. They like it.
Maybe Lyndon will come visit ya.
That's going to be his only prerogative. He's going to come to a furry convention, and like we're supposed to go to a whenever the Raiders and Steelers play each other, because he's a Raiders fan, and I'm like, obviously I root for the Steelers. So there it is. I'm not secretly a furry. That is slander. That is libel. No, Lyndon is a furry. All right, so there it is. Okay, longest good night ever.
Yeah.
So
Good night, Chad.
there you go.
Have a great night. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. Thank you for coming to our stream. Bye.
On that, Steph ASMR. Good night.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.